Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Fantasy Digest Podcast, the all-inclusive podcast where we talk all things fantasy sports to help give you an edge. Back today, breaking down this Tuesday 14-game slate, massive main slate here today. Just to do a quick recap of Monday. I'm pretty sure everybody lost money on Monday, unless you were a complete 100% contrarian, you lost money. The cash lines were just all on a few players. Merrill Kelly got absolutely destroyed for 11 runs by the Miami Marlins. Sonny Gray didn't do too well. Neither did Caleb Smith. So it was just a really weird day of DFS. Not going to dwell on it, though. I want to bounce back today. I think we got a great main slate here today with a lot of options that I think we can definitely use to our advantage here. So let's jump into this. We got 4 players above 10K today. Verlander being the top at 11.4. Charlie Morton, Bieber, and Syndergaard. My main option here is to go for Syndergaard. But there's a lot of trade talks with him right now. So don't feel too comfortable with saying to roster him at SP1 because he could be traded at any time. So for me, I'm actually really, really interested in Yu Darvish here tomorrow. His numbers have just been looking incredible as of late. He's really starting to capture really good control of his pitches, hitting that higher upper 94 velocity of his fastball. So I'm really looking for Yu Darvish here to dominate St. Louis. Put up a 20-point performance pretty much here against St. Louis in St. Louis last time, first game of the year for him with 6 Ks. So I expect a similar performance here going up against St. Louis. It's a pretty important game for them to kind of take home. Now, I really want to dive down deep here. I think a lot of people are going to be with me. Griffin Canning is a great spot tomorrow, but it's really hard for me to roster him in with such recent games that are terrible, terrible performances. Drew Smyly going up against the second worst offense in the league here just put up a 23-point performance away in Pittsburgh. Just got signed to Phillies. So this is something that I really want to kind of attack here and kind of roster Drew Smyly potentially here. Just because I think it's really, really crucial to be able to get a pitcher that's really going to command against a terrible team. He hasn't faced yet, and he hasn't pitched at home the entire year. He's been an away pitcher for the most part. So, of course, numbers are going to be really bad. But we see a 1,500 increase from last game. This makes me really want to attack Drew Smyly here. I think this is a great spot for Drew Smyly, and I think a lot of people are going to be on him as a very, very key value pitcher tomorrow that you're going to want to attack. Now, there's a there's a large amount of teams that you can attack here tomorrow. Angels are going to be popular going up against Drew Verhagen. It's understandable. I don't see him, like I said, making it out of 2 innings. There's a few other teams that I really want to attack here, one being the Toronto Blue Jays going up against a terrible Mike Montgomery. So I really want to lock in Toronto here as one of my top bat stacks here. If we just go ahead and look, just do a quick recap of Mike Montgomery's numbers. He throws from the left side of the plate, so all right-handed pitchers are viable. He's been 2 negative performances in the past 4 games, just absolutely terrible. Came from the Cubs, so where they didn't really pitch him much either, other than as a reliever. So for tomorrow, everybody's in play. For me, top player is Lourdes Gurriel Jr. I think he's in a great spot tomorrow, as well as Vlad, depending on who plays, I do want Cavan here, but he hits from the left side of the plate. So I really want to dig down deep here and go with Randall Grichuk, who's so underpriced at 3.4K. I know he's been hitting terrible lately, but I think you can really dive down deep and find some value here in Randall Grichuk at 3.4K, who's going to be my top value of the slate tomorrow. Then I want to jump over and I want to play Coors. Today I do want to play Coors, especially with Kyle Freeland pitching. I want Justin Turner locked in. Should be able to. Guess you can't move Vlad. So I do want Justin Turner in if you can fit him. So I'll have to move Vlad around. But it's really tough because a lot of people hit from the left side of the plate for the Dodgers. A.J. Pollock, who will be playing tomorrow for sure, is due for a homer. He's due for something. So let me move. Justin Turner's an absolute lock for me tomorrow. So let me move Toronto and go with Can't go with Teoscar Hernandez. Justin Smoke, that's who my other option was. I think Justin Smoke's in a great spot as well tomorrow, just coming off a homer performance. So I think you definitely need some Dodgers here tomorrow. I think it's very crucial to be able to get some Dodgers here tomorrow because I really do want to attack one lefty particular, and that'd be Corey Seager. I think Corey Seager's in a great spot tomorrow, as well as Justin Turner and A.J. Pollock. I'm not going to be prioritizing Bellinger or Muncy because you'll be able to get some pretty high-tier second baseman, as you'll be able to potentially get Kike. If Kike Hernandez plays, he's an absolute lock for me. It's just up in the air right now. You can attack a bunch of different positions tomorrow with a low-tier catcher. But I think this is definitely going to be a contrarian lineup for me tomorrow. I think that tomorrow is a contrarian day to go. So for my lineup tomorrow, I think Yu Darvish and Drew Smyly are the top pitching options. Attacking the Toronto Blue Jays against Mike Montgomery should hopefully be a very popular stack. Lourdes Gurriel, Randall Grichuk, and Justin Smoke are in a great spot. And then the Dodgers at Coors. You can't really go wrong with stacking Coors. Justin Turner, Corey Seager, and A.J. Pollock are definitely my top three options for tomorrow. Now, the dinger of the day call did fall short yesterday, but today I think we're going to be hitting the head on the nail here with Lourdes Gurriel Jr. being our dinger of the day call. He's just been an incredible player this entire year. Hitting from the right side of the plate, he should be able to just bully Mike Montgomery. 2 double-digit performances in the past 4 games. If we look down, he's had a few homers here. So I really like Lourdes Gurriel Jr. tomorrow as my thumbnail and lock and load play. So with that being said, this is what my line was going to look like come lock tomorrow. Just to reiterate, Yu Darvish is going to be my top pitcher of the slate. I expect him to not be very popular, but I expect him to be very effective. And then Drew Smyly should be popular. I'm going up against San Francisco. I expect Smyly to be very popular tomorrow at 6K. And then Toronto, stacking Smoke, Gurriel and Grichuk, and Vlad Guerrero Jr. if you can fit him in. But I'd rather prioritize Justin Turner, Corey Seager, and A.J. Pollock on the Dodgers. So with that being said, this is roughly what my lineup's going to look like come lock tomorrow, depending on who's in the starting lineup. But I expect all of these guys to be in the starting lineup come lock tomorrow. Appreciate the support we've been getting on the videos lately. It's been absolutely incredible. So appreciate everything. Keep smashing that like button. Keep leaving comments down in the comment section below, and smash that subscribe button if you wouldn't mind. Head on over to Twitter. Follow us at FantasyDigest_, where you can stay up to date with all of the tweets regarding anything before lock and any fantasy football news that will be dropping here in the coming weeks. Stay tuned for that as well, and some more giveaways that will be coming out as well. So stay tuned for those. So everybody, keep in mind, for this breakdown, we will be using a low-tier catcher, so you'll be able to pay up $4,900 for a second baseman. Just going to be able to diversify your lineup as well with that low-tier catcher. So with that being said, good luck to everybody tomorrow. Hopefully everybody wins some money. Keep you guys coming back for another breakdown that will be coming out on Wednesday for another main slate. We'll see you next time on the Daily Fantasy Digest podcast.